Hey guys, uh, just want to give you a short update for today on the 23rd. We have some answers and some guidance on some things, not as many as we'd like to have for you. Keep the questions coming, folks. We'll try to get you answers as quick as we can for some of those things that are out there. This is new for everybody, but that's why my principals and I are here, is to try to get you some service. Got some questions about fifth hour and contacting students. Don't forget your student aids. We're working on a plan for students who don't have a fifth hour, those seniors with short schedules. We will be putting something together. I'm going to work with counselors and we're going to get a plan for who's going to contact those kids. As you're contacting, if you have a need for a translator, if you have a need for someone to help you with another language, please use the Google Doc that Jenny Hands put together. I think I sent out to everybody. It's got some great places divided by academy on there so that you can enter the pertinent information for the student, and then one of our translators will call and do the family survey and record the answers. Then as a teacher, you're going to have to get back on and then put those answers in Illuminate. I appreciate those of you who've already told me that you've got your fifth hour kids contacted. That's great. Getting a lot of questions about student belongings. In the next day or two, we're going to be putting out a message to everyone with a plan for how they can come up to the high school and get their belongings, whether it's from a locker or a classroom, whether it's a musical instrument or PE clothes. The student belongings, we'll get a plan for them being able to come up by appointment with either you or an administrator, opening up the room and letting them come in. Of course, that'll be during our normal business hours like we have everything else right now, 8 to 3. On that same vein, we're getting some questions about iPads, the students on check-in, check-out. Technology has, I believe, a Wednesday deadline for getting us the plan for students being able to come up, meet with our sysops and get their device. That's not necessarily something that we are going to plan on, but from what I've been told, Tech will have a plan for us by Wednesday. Also, it's neat to watch that curriculum sheet fill up for all of our content areas, but keep in mind the 25-minute total student commitment per day per class at the high school level. That is the time it takes for them to get the information from you, to read the information, to watch the information, but also then the time for them to react and use the information. 25 minutes is not a lot of time to watch a video, to read a document, and then to do a bunch of problems in an activity set or problem set. So keep that in mind when you're designing these lessons. Our focus, as I've said all along, should be on refining skills we've already taught and get better at it, and credit recovery. We don't want any student penalized or punished because we have changed to this delivery model. We also want to make sure that when we are selecting the new content, we do it very carefully and we roll it out slowly, especially at the start, because this is going to be new for everybody. We can't jump right on in with a 25-minute math lesson and 50 problems. That's not what this is about. 25 minutes a day, total student commitment per class. Please keep that in mind. Had some other questions about night school, especially and other edgenuity classes. We're going to have some guidance on what we want kids to do with that in the next day or two. I want to meet with counselors tomorrow and talk about their perspective and what we need to do with that. And lastly, the question has come up several times about attendance. We don't have any guidance from the state right now as far as how we take daily attendance. The only guidance we've got is if students are not interacting with our content for 2 consecutive days, we are to call home, make sure a counselor knows, make sure a principal knows. Okay? I'll continue to post these as we get new information. Hopefully that it would be more answers to questions each day. Please keep the questions coming, guys. This is new for everybody. This is why my principals and I, my associate principals and I are here to serve you, to help make your job better through this. So keep asking the questions. We'll keep trying to get you answers. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to get answers and we have to wait for a bit. I get it, but we'll get them as soon as we can. And lastly, I want to end with this, folks. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Garden City High School is a great place because of the people that are inside it. Please take care of yourselves through this process. I know it's real stressful. I know you want to do the best for our kids, but it's hard to do the best for our kids if we're struggling ourselves. If you need help, reach out, please, to another staff member, to a principal, to a counselor. It's hard to take care of the kids if we're struggling ourselves. Can't wait till the day comes when we're all able to gather together. Hope that comes sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, we'll zoom it up, guys. Thanks for everything that you do.